literally punted that one out of the water. I think the alpaca's name is literally Harry Styles, and when I read that I was like, why was I tearing up at the end when they were finally coming together emotionally? She was an assistant to a man who died literally at work. Like, he has problems. We're on page 34 and they've already kissed for the first time. What the heck? Hey y'all, it's been a minute since I've been in this house, in this room filming. I'm so excited to be here. I was traveling. I went to visit my sister and my nieces. I've been in the city, out with friends. Like, it's finally time to sit down and film, and I'm so excited because I have the coziest looking book series to read for you guys. Okay, this is gonna be a reading vlog where I read this series. I don't know, is there like a name for them? I don't know if they're standalones. I don't know if it's all the same series. I don't know if it's like the same town and different characters in different series. I'm going to find that out as I go, okay? And you're gonna come along with me and find out what these cute little books are about. We have the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I also don't know what order this is, so hopefully I'm doing this in the correct order. We have this Pumpkin Spice Cafe, this Cinnamon Bun bookstore, which is really hard for me to say, and then the Christmas Tree Farm. I am also reading these to get more into the holiday season. I'm not a Christmas person, I'm really sorry. Definitely way more of an autumn, Halloween-y, even like Thanksgiving kind of girl. Christmas is just like, it's a stressful holiday for me. Most years I don't see the appeal, and I'm really hoping that this will change my mind just a little bit, and maybe I can like just feel the holiday spirit a little bit more. I think the Pumpkin Spice Cafe is the first one because on the bottom of these it says author of the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, author of the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I would bet that the Cinnamon Bun bookstore is the second one, but I'll fact check that later. For now, we're gonna get started with this first book. This is by Lorelai Gilmore. Okay, very suspicious. Ooh, this looks like a middle grade book. Like, look how big those words are, and they take up the whole page. Like, the pages are small. I'm really gonna breeze through this. I'm gonna read the back to you so that I can also know what this book is about. So it says, a small town spicy romance. That's exactly what I need to read, okay? I have been reading a lot of heavy books, a lot of big books, a lot of fantasy, dense books, horror books, and a small town spicy romance. That's gonna hit the spot so well, I fear. So it says, a small town spicy romance. When Jeannie's aunt gives her the beloved Pumpkin Spice Cafe in the small town of Dream Harbor, Jeannie jumps at the chance for a fresh start away from her very dull desk job. Logan is a local farmer who avoids Dream Harbor's gossip at all costs, but Jeannie's arrival disrupts Logan's routine, and he wants nothing to do with the irritably upbeat new girl, except that he finds himself inexplicably drawn to her. Will Jeannie's happy-go-lucky attitude win over the grumpy but gorgeous Logan, or has this city girl found the one person in town who won't fall for her charm or her pumpkin spice lattes? Okay, it's very Gilmore Girls. It's giving so much Gilmore Girls right now, and I actually... Yeah? You want to be in the video? Hey, are you okay? She's shy. She's shy today. Yeah, it's giving Gilmore Girls. I just started watching Gilmore Girls for the first time this autumn fall season. I'm really loving it. I'm on like I think I'm almost done with season 3. So yeah, I'm gonna curl up with this. Okay, I hope it's good. I hope I enjoy it. Come along with me. We're gonna read this. We're gonna get cozy. We're gonna get into the holiday spirit. The fall vibes are here. Hopefully the winter vibes will come as well. Okay, so sit back, relax, get yourself a pumpkin spice latte, get yourself a nice sweet drink, and come enjoy the Pumpkin Spice Cafe with me. Okay, I knew it. I knew this author was a Gilmore girl. Okay, listen to this little blurb that's right here. Lorelai Gilmore writes small town romance. Her Dream Harbor series, which is the name of the series, I found that out because I actually looked it up on Goodreads, is filled with quirky townsfolk, cozy settings, and swoon-worthy romance. She loves finding books with the perfect balance of sweetness and spice and strives for that in her own writing. If you ever wished you lived in Stars Hollow or that Luke and Lorelai would just get together already, then her books are definitely for you. Okay. I knew it just by looking at this, and see, the name is Lorelai Gilmore. Like, come on, girl. This is basically just Gilmore Girls fan fiction, and I'm so here for it. Are you a little baby? Are you a little baby? She's a little baby. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a little map. Oh, that's so cute. And there's a playlist. Wait, I kind of love that. I have never actually given playlists a chance when authors have playlists in the front of their books. I might have to do that for this. Good morning. I just finished The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lorelai Gilmore. It's cute. It's so cute. It's the cute and cozy small town romance that I was hoping it would be. Okay, expectations were met, I will say. They weren't exceeded, they were just met. Okay, very 3 stars. I had fun. It was definitely a great palate cleanser to get away from all of the... Thank you, Pancake. Hey girl, you wanna be in my video? Come here, you wanna be in my video? Yeah, she's a baby. Okay, but yeah, it was a great break from all of the 500 600 page fantasy books and horror books that I've been reading recently, so it was nice. Okay, so the basis of the book is we have Jeannie and Logan, and Jeannie is new to the town of Dream Harbor. Yeah, Dream Harbor. She is trying to get away from the big city life of Boston, Massachusetts. She was an assistant to a man who died literally at work, so she's like dealing with the trauma of that. And then Logan is a farmer at Dream Harbor. Okay, he's, you know, like the farmer for all of the produce, for all of the cute little stores and marketplaces and stuff like that that are within the town. He also has some chickens, goats. They're all like rescue animals, which is cute. He has an alpaca. He names them after pop stars. Like, I think the alpaca's name is literally Harry Styles, and when I read that I was like... And then all the chickens are like Taylor, Rihanna, Lady Gaga, like whatever. It's cute. They meet like her first night there, basically. It's like 5 in the morning. She hears someone like what sounds like breaking into her house, but it's just him like at her door, and he had a delivery of little gourds, like little pumpkins that oh, I didn't mention this. The reason she moved to Dream Harbor was because her aunt had given her cafe, right? So she has like the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I don't actually know what they call it. Like, does it have a name? It's just called the cafe. I don't quite remember, but it's a coffee shop. Okay, and her aunt retired, and she gave it to her niece. Okay, I think she just knew that like her niece was going through like a tough time, and was like, oh, let me give this to her, little start over kind of thing. And so her aunt had set up for Logan to drop off these little gourds, and he scares Jeannie in the middle of the early morning, and she comes at him with a baseball bat, and he's like, whoa, 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 but he's also like really chill about it. He's like obviously infatuated with her day one, and she's clearly infatuated with him too. Okay, he's carrying this big box, he's really strong, he's got a beard, he's a flannel guy, he's a farmer. Okay, like, so the story just kind of progresses from there. Logan has his own trauma where he was with this girl named Lucy who moved into town, but the town was kind of just like a stop along her way. She never actually wanted to live in this small town for her whole life with him, and he proposed to her very publicly in front of everyone at like their annual Christmas tree lighting thing, and she like said no very publicly, and it was very embarrassing, and they broke up, and they went their separate ways. So he doesn't want to go with Jeannie because he is scared that she's gonna leave him. He has trauma of like his parents leaving him as well, and what's her thing? Oh, she's definitely got some trauma to deal with because her boss died like almost right in front of her. Okay, she literally came into work one morning and he was dead at his desk. Another big plot point in the book is that someone is messing with her. Someone is fucking with the cafe. Okay, they don't want her there and they're trying to get her to leave. So they're like doing things to sabotage the cafe. She enlists the help of Logan to, you know, like, they do a stakeout. It's cute. He helps try to solve the mystery of who's messing with her. And sometimes she feels like, oh, like I'm really bothering him. He puts on like a fake smile around him. He sees like right through it. And she's like, no, it's fine. It's okay. But it's just like very fake and he can see right through it. And like his discovery of like caring that she's being fake with him was definitely cute, in the sense that at first he kind of just goes along with it. Like he'll say something that's like kind of implying that he doesn't quite believe her, because she does like come right out of the gate. She's like, it's a ghost, there's someone messing with me, like what's blah blah blah, and he's trying to like rationalize it, which is very annoying when men do that, I will say. Like, just, I don't know, humor us, because sometimes we are kind of right about things, okay? And she was right, like literally someone was sabotaging her, okay? So at first he's kind of like not believing her, and then when he sees how like that crushes her, like he sees her facial expression and how fake her smile gets, and she's like, oh yeah, you're probably right, when he's downplaying her experiences, then he like learns to like actually believe her and like actually help her out and everything. So that was like good development, okay? Like good learning experiences there. The book goes on from there. Their relationship is super cute. It has enough spice, I guess. Like I maybe would have appreciated it to be a little more explicit. If I were to do like a spicy scale out of 5, I would say it's like a 3, okay? Like, you know, shit happens, okay? And it's like hot and flirty and fun and fresh, but it's not like actually very explicit the way that a 5-star spice book would be, okay? One thing that I wanted to mention that I didn't think about until the final chapter of this, because her aunt comes down to visit in the final chapter, the aunt that inherited the cafe to her, okay? She mentions like when she sees her aunt, she's like, oh, like it totally takes me back to when I would come visit her in this town. I would come visit her cafe as a little girl, and like I remember like just like being with her in this town and like how awesome that was to be with my aunt who I love so much and everything. And I was like, wow, so she literally visited the town that Logan grew up in when she was a little girl. It would have been so great if there was some kind of plot point where like he remembered her, you know, like he was like, oh my gosh, this is the girl that I saw every few years or like once a year. She would come visit the town, and like it's a small close-knit town where everyone knows everyone gossips about everyone, okay? And so like for a new person to walk in to be visiting someone in the town, like her aunt who is a regular in the town, like the people would know that, you know, they'd remember her face and be like, oh my gosh, someone new's here, like ah. And so it would have been really cute if it was like he was always infatuated with her. Like when he was a little boy, he thought that, oh, this girl is so cute, she's visiting Dorothy, the woman who owns the coffee shop and everything that my grandma goes to, or whatever, you know? It would have been really cute if he had remembered her from when she was a little girl, and then that infatuation had like rolled over into their adulthood, so that when they're meeting, when he's got the big box of gourds and she's got the baseball bat, he's like what is this girl doing here? I haven't seen her since she was a little kid, and I had like such a crush on her or whatever. I thought she was so cute helping her aunt around the coffee shop. Like that could have been a really, really cute plot point where he was like kind of low-key in love with her forever, you know? Because they both fell for each other at the same time. Like they were both like not insta-lovey, but definitely insta attraction to each other once they first saw each other. So yeah, overall it was really cute. We learn a lot of characters in the book as well. There are a lot of characters, and then we go into the next books. And something that is interesting is that I feel like the author was giving us a lot of potential pairings with characters throughout the reading of the first book, but and then the second book is about one of those pairings, but then the next 2 books in the series, the Christmas Tree Farm, and then there's one coming out early in the new year about like a strawberry patch farm or something. There's 4 characters for those 2 books. Like they weren't mentioned in this book, so that just means that there's so many more books that this author has planned, which I really love. Like I would not be surprised if this author had written out like 3 books, went to the publisher and was like, I have this whole plan, like here's the map, you know what I mean? Like we are doing this and this and this, and she has like 8 books already outlined out. That would be amazing. I love that kind of planning. I love that kind of like successfulness in people and work ethic in people. So I think that, yeah, it'll be really cute to like keep up with the series and keep up with the people, because it is cozy. This one, let's see, this one is about Hazel, who she owned the bookstore, And then Noah, yeah, she's a bookseller, but what is, oh, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. Wait, Emma, learn to read, okay? Why did I not understand that this was about a bookstore? I thought it was about like a pastry shop because it said Cinnamon Bun. Girl. Okay. I was very confused because I was like, Hazel is the bookseller, like she has a bookstore, and throughout this book, what's his name, Noah, would come up to Hazel and be like, oh, is my book in? Has my book come in yet? Like he would always like be ordering books so that he could go hang out with Hazel. And so then when we get to this book, I was always like, who owns this? Like, do they make out at the pastry shop? Like, does he own the pastry shop? His mom owns the like but it's literally bookstore, girl. Anyway, so this is the second one, and it's so funny because maybe my mind subconsciously did this. Because while I was finishing up this book, I thought, ooh, I should make cinnamon rolls today. Just, I've never made them. I've never made homemade cinnamon rolls. And I have all the ingredients. I'm pretty sure I still have them because I bought them forever ago and then I never actually made the cinnamon rolls. So hopefully I still have all the ingredients. And then literally the cinnamon bun, like, it just, like, it was meant to be. So, like, obviously I'm gonna make cinnamon rolls today. So come with me to make cinnamon rolls and start and finish the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. Book 2 in the, what is this called? Is it just the Dream Harbor series? Yeah, Dream Harbor series, book 2. Okay. We're on page 34 and they've already kissed for the first time. What the heck? Hi, good morning. I look a fright mess. Okay, I slept in my braids. I just have to be so for real with you guys right now. I'm about halfway through. I'm almost halfway done with this. My heater's on, by the way, if you hear that. I have always been the biggest slow burn girly, okay? Tell me why. They kiss by page 34 in this book. They're already having sexy time at the beach by page 100. He's going down on her by page 165. I am loving this progression so much. Like, I'm literally Lorelai Gilmore. You knew what you were doing when you wrote this one. Okay, you gave us the slow burn with the first one. It still wasn't very slow. Like, it was very instant attraction and everything. I am just like eating up Hazel and Noah's relationship in this one. It's so hot. It's so dreamy. I love Hazel. She's like so nervous about, not nervous, but just like not confident in herself. Something that's so relatable, and he's like totally helping her through that, or she's just like in her own head a lot of the time. And then she like reminds herself to stay present, and like that can be so hard. Like, it can be so hard to actually do that in these moments. And the way that he just comforts her and like assures her that she is everything that he wants, like, and we're like halfway through the book. Like, what else is gonna happen? I'm literally so excited. Okay, I told myself that I wasn't gonna film this clip until after I showered and made myself look cute, but I literally can't wait to talk about the Cinnamon Bun bookstore, so we're gonna go into it like this and it's gonna be fine. This literally punted that one out of the water, okay? When have I ever loved an insta-lovey kind of romance book? When? Tell me when. Because I've always been the longing girl, the yearning girl. I need 500 pages, 5 books before we even touch hands to feel satiated in my romances. They were kissing by page 34 and I was sold and I was hooked and I loved it, okay? Literally, Hazel and Noah are my favorite. They are my favorite romance couple right now. And it's crazy because I don't even feel like this was like anything spectacular, but it meant so much. Okay, so she works at the bookstore. She's worked at the bookstore since she was 15 years old. Noah works on the docks. He's a fisherman, and he like takes locals, or not locals, he takes tourists out on like boats, like, you know, touring the water, okay? He loves her. Like, he already loves her. He always thought she's like so cute, and like he just thinks she's really great, and he likes a lot about her. So he will like buy a lot of books from the bookstore to hang out with her, like to see her and everything, but she's all professional, okay? Like, she does not think that she's anything great. She doesn't think she's like this sexy girl, and she doesn't at all pick up what he's putting down, okay? She is about to turn 30, and she is like, I have never lived a fun life. Like, I've never had a fun summer. I've never done anything reckless. And she finds that someone is leaving a little scavenger hunt for her in the bookstore. So what it is like a book will be like sticking out, and she's like, why is this book sticking out? She'll pick it up and it has a dog-eared page. She'll open up the dog-eared page and a line will be highlighted that will be something like, going on the Ferris wheel was so fun with James. And she brings this up to Noah the first time she finds one of these clues, and he's like, oh, well, maybe someone wants you to like go do this thing, like maybe it's a scavenger hunt, you know what I mean? And she really takes it on as like, I'm turning 30, this is my last summer before I turn 30, I really need to have some fun in my life. So she like totally plays along with this scavenger hunt game, and it works because whoever is leaving her these clues keeps leaving the clues, okay? He decides to be her partner on this little reckless adventure. That's why they kind of start like kissing by page 34, okay? Like, they start doing the fun stuff really early on because she's like, I've never been reckless in my life, I've never had a casual sex partner, you want to do that with me? And he is like the playboy, okay? He only ever has like one night stands and flings with tourists and people coming in to visit family. So he's like known to be this like kind of playboy kind of guy, right? So the conflict within the book Sorry, I just had some popcorn. The conflict within the book has to do with like, they both are seeing this as like just this reckless little fling. So like they both are like, oh well, she doesn't really like me. Oh well, he doesn't really like me. Like he's just agreeing to do this. Even though like it's so silly, like it's a silly conflict. I agree. That's what I mean by like, it's crazy that these characters like really meant so much to me. Like tell me why I was tearing up. Why was I tearing up at the end when they were finally coming together emotionally? I just loved it. Okay, and it was so much better than their story, Jeannie and Logan. Literally, I was like gaslighting myself that into liking this book, I swear, because it was just a bunch of grumpy sunshine, but like not even really that grumpy and not even really that sunshine. It was like the most muted grumpy sunshine of all time. And then in the final like 15 pages, we have like somewhat of a sex scene. No, this was hot. This was really hot. Okay, I was hot. I think I just really loved how much he loved her. Like he helped her come terms with her sexuality. He helped her feel good within her own skin. He helped her feel confident and knowing what to ask for, which is like so hard to do. And she works at the bookstore and like he reads books for her, like to get to know her, and then he actually becomes a reader himself, and it's just like, plus he's hot. I really like this one. Okay, next we have The Christmas Tree Farm. This is the third one. Oh, just real quick, I want to just say there's so many people in these books. Like this series will go on forever, and I'm honestly really excited about it because I feel like there's so many love connections happening, like people breaking up, other people getting together. There's like so many relationships being hinted at for future books, and it makes me excited. But for this one, it's interesting because during this book, there's a moment when they have a town meeting, and this girl, Kira, walks in, and the mayor is like, oh, the Christmas tree farm that has been abandoned for several years just got bought by this newbie girl called Kira. And then Kira walks in, and the mayor is like, we are so excited for you to refurbish the Christmas tree farm and get it up and running. We have so many great memories of the Christmas tree farm in Dream Harbor, the town that they live in. And she's like, no. Don't get it twisted. I just bought the property. I am not handling a Christmas tree farm, okay? And so for one thing, it's funny because we're getting a brand new character in here, and there's so many characters in this town that she could have wrote about, okay? But we're getting a new character, and I'm like, what? Another new character? Okay. Because Jeannie, the girly in this one, was a new girl too. I think that was a good book to start the series out on. And then this book was two locals, and it was just so hot. Like, I really hope that this one is hot too. I really hope it's spicy. Let's read the back. So we've got Kira North hates Christmas, which is unfortunate since she just bought a Christmas tree farm in a town that's too cute for its own good. Bennett Ellis is on vacation in Dream Harbor trying to take a break from both his life and his constant desire to always fix things. But somehow fate finds Ben trapped in a blanket of snow at Kira's farm, and despite her grinchiest first impression, with the glow of the fairy lights twinkling in the trees and the promise of a warming hot chocolate, maybe, just maybe, these two lost souls will have a Christmas they'll remember forever. So it's close proximity, which I don't know if I've ever read one of those. I always hear the girlies talking about it's a close proximity, like they're being forced to be together, and like despite maybe like one chapter out of a romance book being a forced proximity, I've never had like the whole book be considered a forced proximity. Maybe that's the trope, is that it's just a chapter at a time and it's not like actually the whole book. I don't know how they would do that if it was a whole book. But anyway, so she sounds grumpy. Maybe he's sunshine. Maybe he's not. He doesn't sound like sunshine. She just sounds like she's grumpy. Is this one smaller than the others? Oh, it's just about the same pages. It's 5 pages less than the Cinnamon Bun bookstore. So the Christmas Tree Farm is next. This is the Christmassy one. I'm excited. Hopefully it'll make me feel warm and fuzzy and Christmassy because I've been a Grinch this year. Red alert. The boy in this book is Jeannie's brother. Jeannie from the first book, Jeannie who's with Logan, Jeannie who owns the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Her brother, sorry, I have a milk jug in my mouth. Her brother is visiting, I guess, for the Christmas holiday season, and Kira is new to town. She just bought the Christmas tree farm sight unseen. It's literally falling apart, and she's like, I should have looked at it before I bought it. Yeah, girl, you think? That's who Bennett is. When I was reading this, I was like, who the hell is Bennett? And I was too afraid to say something about it because I was like, okay, clearly I have not been paying attention to what I've been reading because I don't know who Bennett is. It's Jeannie's brother. You guys will never guess what I just woke up to. It's the first snow, literally the first snow of the season, of the year. Oh my god. Like, I started this book at the right time. What did I say? I needed something to get me into the Christmas spirit. And look what happened. Okay, I just finished The Christmas Tree Farm. I have mixed feelings about it. Okay, sorry, my hair is so staticky. It's like totally winter now, okay? Blah. So this is about Kira. She has left her rich, spoiled lifestyle after her twin sister gets married. She's like, I can't live here with my parents anymore. And she buys a Christmas tree farm, sight unseen, in a small, cozy town, the town of Dream Harbor, okay? We also have Bennett, who is Jeannie's brother, Jeannie from the first book. He's coming to visit for the holiday season. His problem is that he is like a fixer, okay? Like, he wants to always fix things for people. He loves to be there for people, so much to the point where, like, for instance, he went on a date with a girl once, and then like at the end of the date, she's like, so can you give me a ride to the airport? And he was like, oh yeah, sure, totally. Like, totally knowing he would never see this girl again, okay? And then he moved to California to like follow a girl. Like, she was like, oh, come live with me, like, I need your help and everything. They weren't dating or anything. He just like uprooted his life and moved to California with her. Like, he has problems, like he can't say no to people. He likes to fix things for people and help people out a lot, okay? So anyway, he has 3 dogs. His dogs are like running around the town, I guess, and they come up on the Christmas tree farm because there's a lot of land there. He comes up to her door and she is just like bundled up. Like, she has a whole duvet cover. She's got multiple sweaters on. She's very clearly very cold. And he's like very taken aback. He's like, why is this gorgeous girl suffering right now in her home? Turns out she bought the farm. Nothing is ready to sell. Like, the Christmas trees are not ready to sell. She has like no plan for this Christmas tree farm. There's no heat in the house. There's like, it's falling apart. There's lots of repairs that are needing to be done. And she's just suffering in this house, freezing cold. And he just like can't stand that. He's like, I need to help this girl. Like, I have to fix things for her. She's like very grumpy right off the bat because she doesn't want help from anyone. She has like relied on other people her whole life, basically, because she's like a spoiled rich girl, and she's trying to like move away from that and become more independent, but he wants to help her. So, you know, time progresses. He does help her in little ways, like he fixes her heat and everything. He convinces her to come to the town Christmas tree lighting to announce that the Christmas tree farm is up and running, because she's like, well, I have to keep the farm going or else I can't afford this place. Like, I have to sell Christmas trees, even though that's not really what I want to do. I just wanted to buy this plot of land, live by myself, be independent, but like, I have to sell Christmas trees to make a living, right? She also has a dream of just like becoming just this really nice homemaker. Like, she like is on Pinterest a lot, Instagram a lot, and she's just like, I want to have a garden and I want to can things and I want to have like this great home life, this great farm life and everything. So she's like, I have to sell Christmas trees this season in order to get that up and running, right? So he convinces her to come to the tree lighting. She announces that the Christmas tree farm will be open for Christmas, and the town is just like super happy. They cannot wait to go to the farm and buy their trees. Business is booming. She has to enlist the help of a few people in town, some people from the past books that we've read about, because like, people need help carrying the Christmas trees to their cars and everything, and Bennett is there to help as well. The way that the story progresses is that they get caught in a snowstorm. They both kind of like planned it in a way. Like, he was about to leave, and then she was like, oh, but the snowstorm's coming in, you should come in and make sure that everything's okay for me. And he comes in and she's like, oopsie, now the storm is so bad you can't leave. It was like really manipulative, honestly. But like, he wanted it too, like, you know, he wanted it, but the way that she went about it was really weird. Anyway, so their relationship progresses that night. Okay, they consummate the relationship, if you will, even though they both have agreed that they won't be together, because he's like, I have to go back home, like, I have to go back to California after Christmas or after New Year's, and it feels like she's a very selfish person, so she can't tell him to stay. Like, she can't ask him to stay for her. She's like, he wants to go home, like, I can't. This is the conflict, okay? She's like, I can't be selfish anymore, I'm trying to be a better person. And his thing is like, I can't stay here and fix her, I can't stay here and help her, like, I have to be a better person for myself and everything. I don't know why people can't communicate. Like, you can have sex, but you can't communicate. Anyway, okay. I didn't like this one as much as I liked the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and I think I liked it just about the same as the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe was boring. I said it earlier in this video, I kind of gaslit myself into liking it because it gave those cozy vibes. This one, I don't know, I think I just really didn't like the characters. I really liked him more than I liked her. Like, she seemed just weird and fake to me, like fake in the way that I didn't believe the character. Like, she would be like, I have to be a better person, but then she would do so many things and be like, well, I guess I'm not a good person. And it was like confusing. I felt lied to. Like, I don't know, she was a weird character, and I felt like his problem, like his conflict of like, I've always fixed things for people and I really need to start fixing things for myself, was really good. And in the end, he finally does what he wants, which is he says, I want to stay here, I want to be here with you, I have fallen for you and I want to stay here with you. But she's like, oh, he's only saying this because I've manipulated him into thinking this isn't how he actually feels. So she's like, no, you said you were going to go home, so you better go home, because she feels like she manipulated the situation to make him want to stay. So it was just like stupid, like miscommunication. Anyway, probably the best part of this book was that he nicknamed her Peaches. She's from Georgia. She like moved from Georgia to this small town in New England, okay? And Peaches was a nickname that an old high school boyfriend gave to me, and it still to this day has been like the cutest nickname of all time. So like when he started calling her Peaches, I was just like warm and buttery inside. It's such a cute nickname, and it's like personal to me as well. No hate to that boyfriend, wish him all the best in the world. So it was just like comforting in a way and cute. So this was the Dream Harbor series, the cute and cozy, spicy, sweet, small town romances. I had fun with them. Like, they were a great palate cleanser, I won't lie, because now I want to pick up the books that I really love reading, like fantasy. I've been dying to pick up a fantasy since then, like even just a YA fantasy. I just want something like fantastical with really good long and enduring. Like, I want to pick up a long series again, and this was such a great palate cleanser to like make me want that again, instead of putting me into a reading slump by reading something that I have been reading for months and months and weeks on end. So thank you very much, Lorelai Gilmore, for these books. Lori Gilmore. I will definitely read all the rest. Like, you have sold me, okay? Like, these characters, you've already sold me. Like, I am in love with a lot of these characters. The Strawberry Patch Farm or something like that comes out early next year, and then late next year, the gingerbread, what? I don't remember what it's called, like the gingerbread pastry shop or something. There's just a lot of cute characters in this series that we like have been seeing in the background of all of the books, and I just know that they're gonna come together at some point, and I think that she is really setting up a great fun series for people, like a fun romance series to tag along with, and I'm excited to tag along with her, okay? So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you felt cozy and cute and sweet and spicy and fun. I know that I did from time to time. Yeah, I just hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!